Good morning, guys. Hello, how are you? I know I haven't heard anything for the last few weeks, yeah. That's because I went to the hairdresser last week, and then because I don't want to sweat after I've been to the hairdresser, I just did a little museum in the next town. It wasn't that great, so I was too lazy to make a video. It was okay, actually, so doesn't matter. So yesterday I rested because I have a wee cold, so yeah, the nose is closed, I can't hear anything, but it doesn't matter because today is going to be some special day. I'm going to do something I'm talking about for ages, so, and I'm going to show you too. I booked a train. I'm going to Budapest, or Budapest, I still like to say. My mom is taking me to the train. I'm going to Vienna, then the Vienna train will bring me straight to Budapest. I will spend the day there. It's just a day out. I don't have a specific plan. My first intention is to just walk through, see the architecture, learn a bit about the history, walk over the bridges, and maybe if I have some time left, I'm maybe going to one of the museums. So we will see what happens. The weather is shite here in Austria as usual, but it seems to be alright in Budapest. So as you see, I'm still in the kitchen, but not for long. We're going right down in a few moments, and so I'll see you next time in Budapest. See you in a bit. 2 more minutes and we are getting into Budapest Keleti. Guys, we've done it. Let's go and explore Budapest. The roof reminds me a wee bit of Glasgow Queen Street Station, actually. So, this is the outside now of the train station of Budapest Keleti, I think. No, I forgot already how they say it. But I suggest we will simply go this direction and see what we find there. On the way, of course, you will get a wee bit of history, yeah, but let's find a nice spot for it. So, we have the first wee statue on our way. Let's see if we can find a name on it. Baros. Looks important. I don't know who he is, but I'll do a bit of research later. Looks very steampunk up there. A little witch's house. More Easter bunnies. On the way down the road, I found this beautiful building here. Don't know what it is. I might never find out. I'm following the street. So I don't know what's happening, but a lot of low-lighted police cars are coming along the way. So I don't know if something's going on. Until they're here and I know what's going on. They have a Tesco here in Budapest. We don't have one in Austria, so might have a look in later. And I'll see if I can go on or not. So still have no clue what happened right now. I think some important people drove past me. I couldn't see anybody. I don't know who it is. So I don't mind, so I'm still following the road. I hope that one moment or the next I will reach the river Danube, and then you will get a bit of history. I think we're having our first wee church here. Let's see if we can go in. That looks very nice. It looks like it's closed. I'll have a look in a moment. Unfortunately, I can't read whatever it is saying everywhere because I don't speak Hungarian. But just give it a try. There was a lovely one inside, but there was a woman praying, so I don't want it to disturb her. So this is why I didn't tell you anything, but I think it was enough for you to see anyway. There seems to be a music hall on the other side. And Google Maps tells me I still have to go straight ahead for the river. I think we might have a cinema here, something with films, so I think it's no theater. So in the worst case, if I can't find anything to do, I'll go into the cinema. So guys, this is the plan. We are now here and we want to go there and there and there and somewhere there, and the train is somewhere there somewhere. So you know the plan now. So we are now more in the city center than we were before. The Danube should not be far away anymore. There are a lot of little details on the facade. See, there are two anchors. Reminds me of the anchor line in Glasgow. It's getting a bit more green and red. It's quite interesting architecture there. Guys, it's getting much more interesting now. See what we have here. It's beautiful. I don't know yet what it is, but I will find out. I'll just go into one after the other and find us some information. Unfortunately, Google deserts me. It is a church. I can't tell you which one. Google won't tell me in German or English, so let's just have a look in. I'll try to get in later because there's a mass going on at the moment, and I'm not one of those tourists just walking in and out during a service, so I'll come back later. And I already found out that this beauty on the other side, this is a passage, I think with shops inside. It's called Parisi Passage, the passage, whatever it is. It doesn't look open, but maybe it opens later on, so we'll give it a try. So for us German speakers, it is obvious what it is. Bibliotheca, bibliothek, which means a library. I'm very smitten with this building, to be honest. I think it's gorgeous. It's really, really beautiful. It's getting even more interesting. We're coming to one of the, I think, 8 bridges they have here in Budapest, all crossing the Danube. I'll try to find a nice spot there to show you around and give a bit of background information. From modern architecture to a wee bit older architecture. So here we are walking over the mighty Danube. Okay guys, I just had a quick consultation with Google Maps, so I know where I am actually. So this is now the mighty Danube, going through to the other side. This one there on the hill, this is Buda Castle, and going into this direction there will be the beautiful Parliament, which seems to be a very sight here in Budapest. We will walk past afterwards. So we have about over 1.7 million people living here in Budapest. It actually consisted out of 2 cities. The Buda Castle there, the whole part on this side of the Danube was actually called Buda, and the side where I am still on was called Pest. And then when they put the 2 cities together, it became Budapest, and it was with Vienna, one of the 2 capitals of the Austro-Hungarian the Austrian Empire. That's the word. The Austro-Hungarian Empire. And in this castle there, even our fantastic and beautiful Sissy loved to be there and stayed in there with her husband, the Emperor. So there are also caves underneath the city. I read that just underneath Buda Castle there are caves you can go through with a tour guide. So I will see if I have the time for that or if I can even find it. So this is now a quick look around. I'm going to cross now this bridge, walking up to the castle, see what's in there. There are 2 museums in there. And then I'm walking past, go to the parliament, and then we'll see what happens. So I walked back now over the bridge because I wanted to go on the other side of the bridge to show you Buda Castle a bit better. And then I thought, I don't know if I'm coming back the same way, so I thought I'll try to get into this beautiful church here. And if it's not open, then I'll just go straight across the bridge again. So guys, I just paid to get into this church. There are a few beautiful things to see inside. I don't know what I paid for it, to be honest. They still charge in forint. Don't take the euros, or maybe they take them, but I paid with card. It will be alright. And well, let's see what we can find. If you wonder about the noise in the background, I think that they tune the organ at the moment. At least it sounds like it. This is a leftover of a Roman garrison camp. It dates back to the 2nd century. It looks amazing. It's just a bit tough to see everything, but it looks like you maybe be able to go downstairs. You have the reflection of the church in here now. Well, that's pretty cool. This is now a Renaissance tabernacle, and it has the remainings, the relics of King Saint Ladislaus of Hungary in there. King Ladislaus, 1046 to 1095. Organ is up there. Remains underneath. In the 16th century, this church was taken by the Turks. They took it and remodeled it to one of their own buildings, but later on they gave it back to the Christians. That's a reliquary niche. Don't know if I said correct, but this is how it's written. So this fresco dates back to the 14th century, and the interesting thing is the people who restored it, they only found it a few years ago under 7 layers of other different colors. It's amazing, isn't it? Here are the remains of the Holy Elizabeth. The mystery is solved now. We have the inner city parish church Budapest here. So in the end we know where we are. We're up on the tower now. Well, that's pretty cool. You don't see it everywhere. The attic of the church with a bishop, probably, and a site of Budapest. So we're now in the downstairs part of the church, in the catacombs more or less. And here we have a black Madonna of Brünn. So this is now the room of the Roman commander. So these are the excavations of the Roman garrison here. You see who stood up there earlier on. I think that's pretty cool. And you wonder now why so many chairs are in here now. I read that it has such a fantastic acoustics that they like to play some traditional music here. which is a quite good idea. It's a chapel underneath the church, basically. Very cool. So this church was destroyed a few times, it was rebuilt a few times, but when they rebuilt it, they used the old stone. So this is why there are a few of those frescoes still left. Same on this side, the old stone was reused when they rebuilt it. Originally there was no other church down here like it is now, like with a little altar. This only came in later. A fragment of the cross of Jesus is in there. That was a really lovely experience. Beautiful church. Fantastic idea to be able to get up to the tower and then down to the catacombs. And now we are off to Buda Castle. End of part 1.